Welcome back, everybody. Last time we left off, we were learning more about Metian, so let's go ahead and continue on. I should like to visit the site from which Hermes sent forth the Metia. If we are fortunate, we might find some hint of what drives his research. Colleen said she spotted them in the southeast, rising from an island that she could see from the edge. If we stay at the same vantage point, it should not be proved too difficult to locate the island in question, so let's take a look, shall we? I'm very close to level 88, too. I think more of the quests popped up, but none of them are blue, so I don't think any blue ones have popped up anywhere else, I'm assuming. No. Alrighty. Looks like we're heading pretty far back that way, so. 538. We have 539 and everything now besides the ring, which I just didn't care enough about. We're good enough at the moment, though. We get equipment so often that it's not really that big of a deal. Okay, we won't go that way then. Okay, here's the vantage point. Not very difficult at all, thankfully. Now, if I were conducting some mystery research, where would I go? Ah, what about that one? Have you means to fly? 'Tis quite a distance away. Inconvenient, but hardly an insurmountable problem. To me, Argos. My friend, would you mind creating a double to carry Narn here to that island? Stubborn creature, there is no place on this great star we have not together traveled, and yet he still remains obstinate in the presence of strangers. Argos has rather exacting standards, I'm afraid. What, you've ridden him before? Ah, your before meaning my after. Not at all confusing, that. Interesting, 'tis certainly not unthinkable. But speaking of the here and now, the quick solution is for us to face off in a sparring match. To demonstrate to him that you are capable of holding your own against me in battle, and you should convince Argos that you're worthy of his back. Besides, I might even teach you a thing or two in the bargain. You seem doubtful, but useful lesser or not, it'll certainly be a moment to remember, a memory of the distant past to cherish. Let's say you travel out of time. Choose your battlefield. I admire your confidence. Clear your mind and prepare your weapons. I'll await you at the clearing over yonder. This is a bit further than I thought it was going to be. Okay, here's the field. Shall we begin? Be warned, I'll not go easy on you. Let's do it.
Let neither side hold back.
Alrighty then. Oh boy, that was strong.
My blade sings!
I don't know if that's a one of those one things there. I don't know what that is, but I don't want to know.
My blade
Oh no. Hey, don't do that to me.
Impressive. I shall have to try something different. No quarter.
Okay, we just have to move along when that one goes off first. There we go.
Have a taste.
Oh.
I see you won't be easily overcome, but neither will I.
It's taking a while, but we're about halfway there now, actually.
Prepare yourself.
Whee! I don't want that. So that's bad to me. Gotta use some clemency. Ouchie.
We've only just begun. Come at me with your all.
Okay, we've made it to Ooh. Don't remember what this does, but Out of there.
My blade sings! Very well. Let us move to the final trial.
Ooh. Hey now. Hey now. That's a lot of them. Yeah, I can't stop it. Ugh. I don't know what that's about, but
Break your chains, shed your burdens, and show me your strength and will!
jeez. Am I alive?
You still stand. The people of your time are more resilient than I had dared hope. I have seen enough.
Alright, we did it. Nice.
Twas my intent to finish it, but clearly I underestimated you. One would think I never learn. I made the same mistake with Azem when we first sparred. Despite being less than half my age, her strength was astounding. As is yours. 'Tis plain you have weathered considerable hardship. Far more even than your tales would suggest. It seems we have both learned much on our journeys. Well now, I dare say he is warmed to you. A boon to be sure. He never forgets his favorites, and is ever eager to come to their aid.
That explains what happened on the moon, at least. Argos will soon have us standing on the very spot where the Materia made their departure into the night sky. With luck, we'll learn something of Hermes' intentions. My hope is that we find no connection, no festering wish for oblivion, that we might have Hermes and his considerable expertise working for us rather than against us. There we go, 88. Enhanced Divine Veil. Let us move over to the edge before mounting, shall we? That will allow Argus to catch the currents rising up from below and give us a smooth ride over the Isle. So we're 2 levels away from max. Doing pretty well, I'd say. Oh, I need to climb. Okay, yeah. Argus motions to his back of his muzzle, even given the go-ahead to hop on. Go ahead and ride him. It's a pretty nice view, huh? Still have that whole area to the north we haven't gotten to yet. What's the name of the tree? Oh, the pink one? See another tiny isle off that way, with a mountain or something on it. It would be interesting to kind of look around here when we have flight finally.
Quite a small place, lacking even the most basic equipment. The present may yield no clues, but we may yet try perusing the past. Have you done this before? So you cannot control the power freely. Worry not, I shall assist you. Come and stand before me. There are 2 ways to see the past. The first entails peering through the walls of the soul in the moment a subject is recalling a memory. The second requires no subject, and is instead a process of piecing together an event from ripples left in the ambient ether. As memories are etched upon the ether of the soul, so too are they etched upon the ether of the world. In this way can history be preserved. Such memories are given to fading, however, and can prove challenging to visit. But come, let us try. Close your eyes.
All units fully functional and proceeding on course towards their respective stars. Estimated time to completion of survey is 108 cycles. End of status report. Severing connection with shared consciousness. Did you hear that, Hermes? All is well.
Yes. Good tidings at long last. Every step of the way, I've been reminded how little we understand creation. How the universe defies imagination.
But soon we won't need to speculate. We'll know the answers. What others live for.
Indeed. And we'll owe it all to you and your sisters.
I wonder what answers we will get.
Whatever intelligent beings that exist out there are bound to be vastly different from us. Diverse in form and culture. Possessed of unique ways of thinking. Their conception of life and its purpose will be no exception. Completely and utterly unlike ours.
Utterly unlike... how?
I have no idea. Yet whatever answers we receive, I will not dismiss them out of hand. No. I will think earnestly on them all, and I will share them with our people, that together we may contemplate our own existence. Perhaps then our star will become a better place. Not only for man, but for all life. Meteon, though I gave you wings to soar the heavens, I did not teach you how to walk the earth. So loath was I to bind another living being. In the course of your long journey, you will learn from those you meet. Learn to walk and run and so much more. And when you return, older and wiser, we will have a celebration to mark your homecoming and coming of age both.
Will there be apples? Covered in syrup?
And how are you supposed to eat them? Rather than food, perhaps... a flower. Yes. Upon your return, I will gift you a beautiful flower.
So, what is your opinion?
Hermes is a gentle soul, and yet...
I understand. He is a gentle soul, and well-intentioned. Yet it does not take ill intent to beget ill. We must consider the possibility that something may have gone awry. Perhaps it was oversight, or simply an accident. In light of this, I propose that we reveal your tale to Hermes himself. If he does not wish for the final days, as we believe, he may well join us in pursuing a solution. Then it is settled. Let us seek out our friend with all swiftness. 'Twould not do to let such a pure soul be blackened by tragedy.
I feel like this is the type of time travel that might be self-fulfilling in a way. I think the reason why Venat or Hyland took a lot of the recourse she did is probably from our visit right now. And then presumably Hermes probably does something while understanding at least the basic concept of the currents and stuff like that they were talking about before. If he knows everything already, then he's going to be able to reveal it anyway. So it's kind of, I don't know. The only person I don't really understand their particular way of acting was Emexcelt in Shadowbringers. If this is the case, that he knew everything ahead of time, but I don't know. Maybe that'll be more revealed later on. There are a number of places where Hermes might be an Elpis. Well, we could do worse than look in Kittis Hyperborea, the largest facility. It stands in Achilles Boreas, Northern Isle. Wunderarn, for an institution which claims to study and research every species is destined for recent into the world, did you not question how they find room for them all in such few islands? Into the life of Kittis itself, I touched upon the practice before back at the archives, where a vast area is stitched together out of multiple conceptual spaces. Same holds true for the interior of the facility and its magically constructed environs. It is there, within those sprawling habitats, that the chief overseer and most of Iblis's observers conduct the bulk of their work. Come, the simplest route is via the News, north of Petit Okros. Alright, I'm assuming we're heading very far north. Yes, we are. We actually have both blue quests, but honestly, I'd really like to get to the dungeon tonight, so I think I might overlook those for now and come back to them. So if I'm gonna get to the dungeon tonight, I have to do it pretty soon. Wow, that is an absolute, just a massive amount of side quests in this area alone. Like, wow. They did not leave us wanting for those, that's for sure. Yeah, teleporter, nice. Let's go ahead and get our last ether current from the world area, the zone area. It should be like right around here at this point. Northwest, okay. Good, the news acknowledged you as my guest. You should now have the authority to use it as you wish. As for the way to Kittis Hyperborea, we'll follow this path and turn left at the crossroads. Right along here, honestly. There it is. The last zone ether current, at least. Here we are, the grandest research facility in Epis. We should head inside and ask after Hermes' whereabouts. Hermes is at another facility, as we've just discovered. Furthermore, we've confirmed that his studies into Dynamis, as well as his creation of Medion, were entirely private pursuits. No one else we spoke with appeared to possess the chief's depth of knowledge on the subject, and neither did we hear any tales of stolen research. Which means that if Hermes himself harbors no desire to bring down an apocalypse, then he might be recruited to help prevent one. Or so saith the illustrious Emet-Selt. According to your story, the 14th divined the connection between the celestial currents in the final days, but were never able to pinpoint the root cause of the calamity. With our people's greatest minds, not to mention Hylotheus' sharp eyes, committed to the pursuit of a solution, should an outcome seem inconceivable. The only possible explanation is that if the nature of the catalyst was so inexplicable that even we failed to perceive it. What better fits the description than the invisible, intangible Dynamis? Which in turn leads us to our next question. How did Hermes, in his role as Fandaniel, not recognize the subject of his own research? It was assumed that he either knew or was unable to help, or that he was otherwise prevented from identifying the cause in the first place. At this juncture, all we can do is speculate. To be clear, the convocation does not tolerate acts of deception or malice. We are practiced at perceiving truth, and would have known had Fandaniel lied to us. Hermes has no conscious wish for the world to end, of that I'm certain. It seems there's more to the tale after all. We conducted an investigation of our own, you see. How comforting. We seem to have reached the exact same conclusion. I have seen no reason to delay further. It's time we brought Hermes into the fold, as it were. Thank you for understanding. Save your thanks. I did not say I believed your ridiculous story. As Emmett Selt, I have a duty to examine any potential threat to our existence, no matter how ludicrous or personally offensive I may find it. Alright. I think the time for leisure exploration has passed. If I might have a moment to adjust my vision. There he is, on the next isle over. Median is with him. Hermes appears to be in the midst of an observational study, but I suggest we hurry over before they venture elsewhere. It's straight down the path. We can teleport to Mrs. Oreos from the device at the bottom of the slope. Just go ahead and hurry on over there, I guess. This wasn't a very big area, apparently. We are close by, within the Hungering Gardens. It would be a circular enclosure you see just ahead. Well then, Arn, make yourself useful and bring Hermes out here to us. If I were to go, he'd assume I'm only here to press him on the Vandalia matter. Of all of us present, you stand the best chance of convincing him that put aside his work at the moment. But the creations in there are not exactly... then again, perhaps Arn can handle them. She did survive a bout with Vanette, after all. Off you go to find Hermes, but do be prepared to come close with the garden's denizens. I guess there's gonna be like man-eating plants in here or something. Would not be surprising. Oh yep, there are definitely ooh. Circle it, why not? Ew, that did a number on me, never mind. Not get caught by that again. That was actually a mistake to get caught by that. Where are they? What? Oh. Yes, hello. let's not get half of that. Oh, there they are, okay. Darn, what are you doing here? I thought you were keeping Headlice and XIV company. An important matter, unrelated to my decision on Fandaniel, you say? Then yes, I will come, as soon as my work here is finished. It will not be long, I promise, but you should really wait outside the garden with the others. This is no place for idle exploration. Alrighty. Kind of a neat little area, though. You spoke of Hermes, then. And we're briefly entangled with denizens of the Hungry Gardens as well, I see, or should I say smell. Can't speak for certain communication members, but I am for one impressed with your fortitude. Well done indeed. Now that you've convinced Hermes to confer with us, let's pray that things will soon take a turn for the better. For as fascinating as it would be to meet the Elmixeld who would recreate Almarat in the depths of the ocean, I think it'd be best for all concerned if such tragic events never came to pass. Be it in our future or your past, assuming yours is not truly written in stone, naive hope that it is. Hermes said he would not be long, yes? Then we shall wait here until he emerges.
My apologies for keeping you waiting. I understand there is a matter you wish to discuss.
Aye. A matter of the utmost gravity, if one can suspend disbelief.
Go on then. Tell him what you told us. Who you are, and why you came.
The final days.
The phenomena observed during these star-encompassing calamities is likely the product of a dynamis reaction, and none is more versed in the applications of this energy than you, Hermes. I must stress that we do not believe you would desire such destruction. We come not to lodge accusations, but to beg your wisdom. And so, distressing though the exercise may be, I ask that you share with us your opinion on the matter, on the assumption that our visitor's tale is true.
Even you, Vana. As you say, the phenomena observed in the two calamities may both be attributed to dynamis. Of note is the difference in its effect. In the first final days, it warped creation magics. In the second, it warped the people themselves. The key variable, I suspect, is the etheric density of the men of each age. As you know, ether, in essence, negates dynamis. Harboring high concentrations of ether, we ancients cannot readily manipulate dynamis, nor be manipulated by it. Therefore, Rather than ourselves, the calamity affected our magics. In contrast, having been sundered, the people of the future are composed of but a fraction of our ether. Thus are they susceptible to the influence of Dynamis and its transformative potential. But that would explain only the mechanism, not the cause. Though perhaps...
What is it? Even should it be a hypothesis, we would hear it.
Dynamis is an energy put in motion by feelings. Feelings for which there must first exist a source. A source to which the victims must be attuned. One that harbors the selfsame negative emotions. Elsewise it could not be the agent of such extreme change.
So it wasn't the stagnation of the celestial currents. Someone, or something, is instigating the star's demise.
So, we've a villain on our hands after all. Any idea who or what it could be?
The celestial currents comprise the outermost layer of the star's ether, encasing it like a protective sphere. According to your tale, it was where the currents were weakest that the phenomena first manifested. If the inciting factor came from without Aetheris, then its effects would first be seen in those locations.
Greetings. Can you hear me? Do not be alarmed. I mean you no harm. I wish only to hear your words, share your feelings, know your thoughts. May we please be friends?
Meteion. What is it?
Executing scheduled task, suspending individual self and connecting to shared consciousness. Connection established. Commencing status report.
Steady, Meteion. Steady.
So scared. So lonely. The pain. It's too much. Why? Why do we... They hurt. Hate. This is wrong. All wrong.
She's gone? But how?
She has altered her etheric density in order to blend in with her surroundings, an ability for avoiding confrontation.
Most effective. Frustratingly so. I can't see her either. Not even a trace.
Stay away. Please. This is wrong. My mistake. So please.
Are you all right? In your mind? No. We only heard her speak the instant before she vanished.
Of course. When communicating without words, Meteion also employs Dynamis. That would explain why you were able to hear her, when we could not.
Then you are our best chance of finding her. Follow her voice and try to track her down. Hindered though we may be, let us split up and search as well.
That's terrifying, apparently. We found something out in the stars that we shouldn't have. Oh. Maybe not that spot, but we'll take a look anyways, I guess. Can't remind your senses questing for any hint of Medion's presence. Not there. Okay. Before I go down there, I want to check up here a little bit more. Okay, I see a spot over there. Let's see if we get anything this time. Not here. Another spot. It seeps into my mind, our voices reporting. No, Hermes mustn't hear them. I have to run, to hide. Medion's anguished voice grows distant as the source seems to flee down the slope. Not here. It's probably gonna be behind one of these. Yep, okay. Another one here. Greetings and salutations. Commencing report. Oh no, we can't tell them that. We must run far away. Please, don't follow me. Medion's anguished voice fades as you sense you're climbing to the top of the ridge. What is this message? Maybe they go a little bit farther up here, huh? It seems like I could get up there, I would think, but maybe not. Let me just take the horse. Here, perhaps? Not here, okay, so this was kind of a bust then. Maybe there, let's see. No, okay. By the tree, perhaps. A lot of enemies around now. It's the only bad thing. How did it come to this? Is this the reason we traveled to the stars while we sought out other life forms? Is this it? Is this the answer? No, it cannot be. It cannot be. This is... Ooh. That's not good. Alright, let's see if it's this one here. Not this one, okay. I admit I'm kind of, wanting to kind of move on from this already. I've already done this like 4 times. Well, it's a pretty looking area. Okay, let's see. Compiling a report for dissemination to Hermes and all people of Aetherius. Processing expectation data, preparing profiles on intelligent civilizations. Formulating answers to the question. Finalizing report. No, Narn, you mustn't listen. Oh, come on. What's wrong? Asa Midian. Panic and confused, which will make it all more difficult to predict your movements. Hermes, what do you make of this situation? The media are linked to a single mind, a shared consciousness which connects them across all distance. I suspect something has happened which disrupted its usual harmony. We access the shared consciousness of theirs. Much as you would approach any sentient being directly. In the media's case, that means speaking to any incarnation within physical reach. So unless we can track down the media and we just lost, we have no means to communicate with them. No way of knowing what befell her sisters, no way to provide directions or guidance. And we had best set all our musings aside and concentrate on how we might find her. Oh my dear Midian, what did you witness out there that's so frightening so? Why did you seek to keep it from us? How terrible could it possibly be? Correct me if I'm wrong, but Midian renders herself invisible, matching her ether density to those of their surroundings, does she not? If so, could we not disrupt her concealment of a surfer of ether? My child Emmett solidified your presence when we first met you. Don't be absurd, I can hardly channel ether to represent whose whereabouts are hidden from me. Which is why we must all work together. Narn will continue the search in the same manner as before, but this time with you in tow. Once she ascertains Medion's likely location, you proceed to reveal her wayward familiar with a swift ethereal downpour. Very clever, and thankfully she has made herself easier to capture by fleeing towards Leaf. Assuming she is made visible, it should prove no great feat to herd her into a corner. We have our plan. Narn and Emmett will be our tracker and trapper, respectively, while others predict and obstruct Medion's avenues of escape. Emmett and I will keep an eye on each other's ethers to help coordinate our efforts. Let us be about it. Well, it seems we're partners for the time being. Let's return to where we first last saw Midian and pick up the trail from there. I'll keep myself in a state of preparedness, ready to rain down ether at a moment's notice. I think it falls on you to keep the way clear. There's this one spot right here so far. See if we can find anything here. Not here. Let's see if we got anything here. Why can't I fly? Are my functions being restricted? Hide, yes, I'll just have to hide then, where no one can find me. She went to the lake, if this is what's tiresome enough. At least that open expanse should make her easier to find. We won't lose her this time. No giant seahorses. We should be able to reach the bottom of this drop by climbing down the rocks at the water's edge. Do not even think of driving me over the falls. Valadays or no, if I end up drenched from head to toe, I swear I'll feed to a remora. Not seeing much so far. Ah, there's a spot. Right in the middle of the lake. Don't see any other ones off the top of my head, so... Not here, I'm not here. By that rock is she, very well. What? Why can't I hide? We'll hear a report, good or bad. Alright, what are you saying? Everything's so faint. I'm sorry, I'm not strong enough. Stay away, I'm begging you. Don't make me say it, it'll break him. His poor fragile heart. Now we have a chance. Once the others are in position, the two of us can herd her into the mist. Looks like I could probably clean up the slope over here. It's almost 7 in the morning, I haven't slept yet, and I'm still so determined to get this done. Because I know I'm very close to either a dungeon or trial at this point. Another talking spot. Since there's not in use, it seems to have been left to the mercy of the elements. Either way, it bears no trace of Midian's essence. Move on. Okay. Let's try this one. Oh, that was correct. Nice. There, I see her. We're definitely moving along here. Fortunately, I can't actually mount with him in tow, so it's... It's probably gonna be like around a tree or something, I'm sure. Usually always is. Rock? Nope. I'm surprised. Oh, there we go. Okay. This must be it, because there doesn't seem to be any others in the area. There she goes.
Aha! Give chase. We shall herd her into the shelter.
Please, Mission. We must speak.
I'm sorry, Hermes. I'm so sorry. If someone can hear these words, then please... Please, protect them. Protect them all. Individual self-suspended. Connection with shared consciousness stable. Our survey is complete. We shall now report our findings. All units safely arrived at their respective destinations. Seeking answers to Hermes' question, we attempted to make contact with the intelligent denizens of each star. Results are as follows, in order of numerical code. Enna. Traces of civilization found. Structures believed to have served as domiciles. No extant life forms detected. Dio. Ruined remnants of buildings scattered across star, surface of which is encased in ice. Presence of life could not be verified. Tria. Evidence of large population centers, akin to cities recovered. No extant life forms found, only their lingering essence. Tessera. Edifices surmised to be abandoned residences found. No extant life forms detected. Deadly plague or extreme environmental degradation likely to have led to mass extinction.
They are all dead.
Octo. Star found in state of violent conflict. Contact successfully made with inhabitants, but deployment of weapons of mass destruction resulted in total annihilation of local population shortly thereafter. Inea. Star is a barren desert. No identifiable flora found. Bones of living beings resembling men discovered beneath sands, but determination regarding their intelligence inconclusive.
Remind me, Hermes, what exactly was the question you entrusted to Meteion?
I tasked her with asking what others live for. What gives their lives meaning.
Did you consider what may happen if the premise of the question is flawed? To be able to answer it, one must be living and desire to continue doing so. But if Meteion finds no living beings in the course of her journey, or none who desire to live, what then? What answers would she derive from their silence?
Meteion, enough! Suspend your mission and return hither at once.
Decapente. Local civilization once flourished under auspices of higher power. Said power later laid waste to civilization in fit of rage. Upon revealing this to me, entity elected to self-terminate in lieu of providing answer to question. No other intelligent life forms found.
Turning a deaf ear, are we? We are taking Meteion back to Amarot. As I understand, we will need her if we are to bring back all of her sisters.
Yes. Meteion. It isn't right, is it? It isn't right to turn away from the answer. Even if the answer is pain. Even if we aberrations must scream ourselves hoarse to be heard. Aye. Whatever answers we find, I will not dismiss them out of hand. These words I said to you, and I will hold myself to them.
What is the meaning of this?
You cannot take Meteion, not until she has finished her report. All else must wait.
You fool!
That's kind of unexpected. Why, Hermes? Why could you not leave the well enough alone? These answers assuage the pain you feel when a creation is returned to Ether. Had you never cast your cursed question to the distant stars, you may have one day learned to be at peace upon this one. Hermes is headed to Kesis. Considering the expansive dimensions in place, even if we may have a difficult time locating his Ether, all I can say is he entered from the rooftop and likely arrived at the uppermost point of the facility. So do we pursue him? Of course we pursue him. No matter what Hermes might be thinking, Meteon is a potential threat that needs to be brought under our control. The confrontation of duty to Secret of the Star takes precedence over any personal stake in the matter. Dana? Narton? It's clear we stand at a precipice, but we have yet to determine beyond a shadow of doubt that Meteon is the hand which tips us over the edge. Nevertheless, if we learn the truth of final days, we must give chase, and even if neither Hermes nor Meteon is ultimately responsible, we cannot leave them to suffer this torment alone. Agreed on all counts. To Kesis Hyperborea we go. I guess this place is our next dungeon, I'm assuming? Maybe it's another dungeon trial combo or something along those lines. So I think we're up for another trial, I'm pretty sure. Maybe we'll fight Hermes as the trial, who knows. What do we hear? Excuse me, has something happened inside Keithias? Mistress Vanat, I'm so glad you're here. No one knows what prompted it, but the alarm was sounded and Keithias was put in a state of alert. Procedure dictated that we evacuate immediately, and we have yet to investigate further. This is Hermes doing, obviously. What does this state of alert entail exactly? A field of damping magic is draped over the entire facility, usually in response to escaped entities and the like. Keith's scholars and observers are unaffected, but everything and everyone else is weakened to a fraction of their usual capabilities. Consider us forewarned. We do, however, have urgent business with Chief Hermes, so we must enter the premises regardless. That said, if Hermes is willing to enact such measures, I wonder what other obstacles he has been seen fit to drop in our path. With that enfeebling spell in place, we're likely to not be at our fighting best. I was hardly an effective combatant to begin with. I have little to offer beyond my ethereal vision. You put your talent to work of yours to good use. You were fairly skilled at spotting weaknesses, if I recall. Fairly skilled? Now you've gone and raised everyone's expectation. You'll need only make the most of your strengths, and I'll fill in the gaps as required. I was once Mzem, after all. 'Twas my job to rise to the occasion, be that as defender, aggressor, or healer. I feel better about my lack of prowess already. And you, Emet-Selk, can impress us with your arcane majesty. You allow potent spells as easy as breathing. You can also channel that power in a protective manner if you so choose, yes? Well, yeah, should the situation call for it. Excellent, and that should cover us on all fronts. Your tale led us here, Naran, so it's only right you lead us now. No matter what lies ahead, we'll win through this to Hermes and Meteon. And then we'll face the future together. Nice. Till next time.